morning. I'm feeling a wee bit ragged after yesterday. Went back to bed after breakfast this morning. I put on a dishwasher. Made some cereal for breakfast. And then I just couldn't with the rest of the day. I went and sat back into bed. Yeah, the last 2 days the Doritos won. First day I'd had a lovely lunch. I'd had 2 cheese and salad wraps, and they were really, really yummy. And I just wanted the chips. For some reason I couldn't say no. They were a real craving. I wanted salt, I wanted crunchy. I was out of my stuff. I didn't have any soup prepared. None of my meal preps were done. I tried popcorn earlier today because I wanted salty and crunchy. And that didn't hit the spot. Usually it does. I even had more than I normally do. And that didn't hit the spot. So I had some Doritos with hubby's permission. It was okay. I did get his permission this time. And then the next day was hubby's day off. And we were supposed to do some stuff together. I said, like, let's do these chores together, this stuff together. He said, yeah. And then somehow it ended up he was doing it all himself and didn't include me, and it's a common theme. He just gets into it and forgets to come and ask me. It's part of his ADHD. Once he decides he's off, he forgets to come and say, hey, I'm doing this now, come do it with me. And I was already feeling crap from the chips the day before, and I hadn't slept well again for whatever reason. I was just probably the chips. So I felt extra pouty and had a toddler moment. Well, if he can't ask me to come and help, normally I just go say, yeah, okay, we're doing this now. He's forgot to tell me. But for whatever reason, yesterday, I just couldn't. So I sulked on the couch. Not proud of it, but it was the best I had in that moment. And then later that day, I was into the chips again. And I ate a lot of chips. I didn't measure them out. I just put my hand in had the bag there in front of me, and off I went. It was like I was subconsciously testing myself. I wasn't sure what was going on. And then, so then I was really feeling crap. And then I ate some of his cheese. His cheese. None of my cheese was open. I couldn't be asked opening it. So even again, it was my old binge habits. There was only like that much of the block of cheese left. So I'll have some of that. And I didn't want to portion it out. I just came and sat down with a little paring knife and a block of cheese and just would peel off a slice. Now this is complete binge behaviour usually. I was watching a show. And I ate the cheese. I ended up with only like that much left. So then, of course, I felt really average. Didn't have a sore stomach though. It was my lunch. The chips and the cheese was my lunch. It was a very big lunch, but it was my lunch. And then I felt really crap and ended up having a nap, as you do post binge. But again, I also didn't finish the bag of chips. I didn't finish the block of cheese. Well, the portion of the block of cheese. Whereas before we kept going, oh, well, it's almost gone. Let's just finish the whole thing. So even in there was positives. And then I was starting to digest. It was starting to feel better like a few hours later. And then hubby gave me my injection. And sometimes with my injection, it's a subcutaneous injection, so it goes in the fatty layer under my skin. And sometimes it must nick a vessel in there, a blood vessel of some kind, and it ends up in my blood system, some of it. Halfway through injecting, hubby's like, this doesn't feel right. I don't feel the bubble raising under the skin like it normally does. So he stopped and repositioned and pulled out and went again. Pulled the needle out and went again. And then as he was almost finished injecting the next, I went, oh, I feel really, really crap. I'm reacting. Because there's something in my blood system that shouldn't be there. And it's horrible. I can feel it going through my whole body. My face goes bright red. It's like the worst case of sunburn you've ever had, then add a full-on body blush to it. It's like from here up, my face feels so hot. It feels like it's like when you put a rubber band, when your kid did dumb stuff, you'd put a rubber band on your finger, and it'd go almost like that purple and that horrible hot throbby feeling. That's what my face feels like. I feel like it's trying to pop, like a juicy ripe tomato, you touch it and it bursts. I feel like that taut. And I can feel my pulse throughout my whole body. Before we knew what was happening years ago, this doesn't happen very often because we know how to deal with it. But unfortunately, sometimes it still just doesn't go in right, and it nicks the vein, or goes past the vein, it nicks it on the way through it, and then comes back in. It's just awful. I'd feel my pulse in my spine, all the way down my spine. It's a revolting feeling. My head feels like it's going to explode. I can feel all my pulse everywhere. And then I get the shivers and shakes, and it's just horrible. It's just absolutely horrible. So I had that on top of eating the chips and too much cheese, right? Plus the popcorn earlier today. So yeah. So I felt really crap. Hubby set up the bedroom for all three of us to go in there while daughter helped me get dressed, because I feel crap and weak and weird afterwards. So daughter helped me get dressed into my pajamas, and hubby got the video set up for us, and we all watched one of the anime shows my daughter loves. And I was curled up between them in the bed. It was just, they were sitting up watching, I was just laying down watching, and it was just not, because I get cold. I had my hooded thingy on with my pajamas under the doona with one of them on either side of me. So that's how cold I get. I can't get warm afterwards. It's like I'm in shock, I guess. So we laid there for ages watching that, about an hour. It was really nice. And then I started nodding off, so they went off and did what they needed to do. And eventually I was able to get back up and come back out on the couch, because I was too hot in bed. Eventually, once my body calmed down, it was too hot, so I came back out here. So this morning, I feel really washed out. I feel so washed out. Had breakfast, went back and had a nap. But while I was getting my daughter ready for school, we talked about what happened yesterday. I said, I'd had the chips and I feel really crap. And I'd weighed myself. I'm waiting to tell us. I weighed myself this morning out of curiosity, and I was up 1.5 kilos. So all the bloating from the popcorn and the Doritos, and then whatever the medicine does, it was like 1.5 kilos of pure fluid bloat. It was just. She's like, "Oh, Mum, that's so amazing how the body does that." I said, "Yeah." But I remember when I would have freaked out about that, to think, "Oh my God, I'm so fat. I've put on this much." No, it's not fat. It's just bloating. It's just water weight, complete water weight from all the salt I had. So we talked about it this morning, because I talk about it with her too, some of my stuff. She said, I'm just trying to figure out why I was punishing Daddy. I mean, I get that he didn't do what I asked him to do, which was do the stuff together, and I could have been a grown-up and just gone and say, "Hey, I'm joining in now." And she said, "Well, Mum, I think you were hurt. And I don't think you're punishing him. That's not you. You don't punish people. That's not you. You keep saying you're punishing him by eating his food, but you're not. I think it's different than that." And I said, "What do you mean?" She said, "I think you're seeking to be closer to Daddy. It's his food. And by eating his food, you're feeling like you're close to him." And that shook me to my core, because I'd had this schema in my head, this story in my head, not schema, schema, is a psychological term. A schema, it's a story you tell yourself. In my head, I was punishing him by eating his food all these years. And she went, no, I don't think that's it, Mum. I think you're seeking to be close to him. It's his food. And you feel close to him by eating his food. My stimming is, I'm neurotypical, but everyone stims. Everyone has a self-soothing behavior. It's twirling my hair, it's biting my nails, or it's an oral. I like to eat, soothing myself by putting things in my mouth. I used to nibble on my hair when I was younger. She said, I think that's weird. I think you're soothing yourself and seeking connection with Dad that he couldn't give you yesterday. So that's why you ate his chips. And his cheese. It was his cheese. You don't even like his cheese. It's too fatty for you. You don't like it. But because it's his cheese, you're saying you couldn't share some of your time with me, so I'm going to share some of your food and seek closeness with him that way. And then there has to be an interaction where you have to talk to him about the food, and it's a deep and meaningful conversation where you're sharing stuff about how you feel. And he talks about how he feels and his connection, and I went, oh. So I've been sitting with that too this morning. My whole worldview has just gone, done a 180. But now I know that I can talk to hubby about that too. Because after all that closeness last night, we were all sat in, they took care of me, and we could talk and chat, and we watched the video together of something that daughter wanted to watch, that she really likes and she wants to share with us. And I tried it a couple of years ago, but I wasn't in a good headspace, and it was all so melodramatic. Anime is so melodramatic. But now I'm wanting to give it a go. I'm in a better headspace, so we're trying it again. And I actually enjoyed it. We didn't get all the way through what we wanted to watch, so we're going to do it again after school today. But yeah, after having that closeness, the together time, the closeness, I really believe she's hit the nail on the head. I was upset because he didn't include me. I'm feeling neglected and left out, and because again, feelings aren't logical. They're just, no, they're not. They're complete opposite logic. And it probably didn't help that I was coming off the PMDD week, and I'd had the chips the day before, so I was already feeling really crappy. Probably guilty too. Even though he'd given me permission, I was probably feeling guilty as well in the back of my mind, because they're his things and I don't like them and I don't want to eat them, and they won. It's just food. This is all the diet stuff, the diet thoughts, the subconscious diet thoughts that are there, that you think, yay, I spent all week. I was probably embarrassed too. All week I'd said, yeah, I fought them, I did great. And then they won. So I didn't really want to share this today, but I am, because again, honest. I have to share the whole process, the good and the bad and the ugly. And it was ugly last night. I just felt so crap. I felt so crap. I didn't have any dinner. I was starting to feel hungry again, because it had digested, it all digested. But because I had the reaction with the medication, waves of nausea, they go for hours. I get waves of nausea that come and go for hours. And I got to like 11 o'clock at night, and I thought, I can't eat. I don't want to eat anything, so I'm just not going to take my tablets for the night. Sometimes if you have gastro or whatever, you don't take your medication, because then it can screw up your blood sugars, give you a low blood sugar problem. And I didn't want that on top of everything else. Even though I was worried that my sugars were way up, it's better to not take one dose and just take it the next morning as usual, which I did today. But surprisingly, this morning my sugars were only just in the yellow again. So they weren't, I was expecting way up in the pink, but no. Especially after not having my tablets last night, after having the popcorn and the 2 days of Doritos in a row, and I'm bloated. I'm so bloated. I feel it. My fingers, look, my fingers are bloated. Everything just feels so bloated. But I got up and had a normal breakfast this morning. We're about to have lunch soon. We're off to the event tonight, so I can do. I was going to go for a walk today, and I thought, no, I can walk at the event later tonight. Gives my body time to recuperate today. Maybe sit here and do some folding, and be serenaded by those lovely crows, as usual. Now the weather's nice. I've got the door open. I can actually see them out there. It's funny. They do all sorts of funny stuff. Yes, do some folding, get some chores done, but take it easy because I had a crap day. Yes, I had a reaction to it. So, no, it's not a reaction. It's my body doing what it's supposed to do when it goes in the wrong spot. It's like when you breathe in that water, you know, your body just doesn't like it. That's not meant to go there. Don't put that there. But accidentally it went there. So, yeah. I don't have any meal prep or anything done, so I don't know what I'm going to do for lunch. I'm supposed to have done that, a few days ago, but PMDD week, so it is what it is. Maybe I might get some sushi or something, because there's nothing made in the house. I don't want to cook anything. I figure that's a me problem. That's a later problem for me. But yeah, this is a long one, but I'm supposed to be. Oh my god, I've seen how long I've been talking. It's supposed to be a short one to update you on what happened, but I guess I had to unpack some of it. So I'm going to go try and have a shower. I mean, the pajamas are a little bit smaller for me, but they didn't even do up that long ago. So literally, I couldn't get them buttoned up. Probably 18 months ago, I couldn't get them done up. So they were my to grow into clothes. I'm sure other dieters all have that. They have all the different sizes in their wardrobe that they used to fit into, that they want to fit into, all that stuff. But this was a pair that I had for ages. Had them for about 5 years to grow into, and I finally have. So that's progress there, and progress for learning about why I ate what I ate. Yeah, and I definitely don't like Doritos anymore. The first few were nice, like, oh, that's nice and salty. That's hitting the salty spot. It's a bit cheesy flavour. It's a nice crunch. And the more I ate, the more I went, I don't like this. So, positives, didn't finish the whole bag, even with two good eating sessions. Didn't finish the whole block of cheese. Not the whole block, but what was remained of the cheese. Didn't finish all of it. Studied the binge behaviour as it happened. Daughter helped me figure out what was actually happening so I could change that story in my head. So they're all positives. So I'm looking at it as a learning experience. And I'm not punishing myself. I don't feel guilty. That's a nice change too. I used to beat myself up about it. I'm more coming from a place of trying to figure out why it happens. Not desperately, why did I do that? More of, oh, okay, that happened. What was going on? Talk to me, babes. What's going on? Sort of thing. So, yeah. My daughter was all happy. She's like, oh, you can talk about this in your next vlog, Mum, if you want. Like, okay, I will. So, yeah, it's been a few days since I've vlogged. But I didn't want to vlog in the middle of all that. That was just yuck. I felt really crap. So, yeah, that's done. It's happened. I'm moving on, moving past it. So, the other thing that happened was, I should remember, he was eating mint sliced biscuits. It's a round circle of like shortbread biscuit with a peppermint fondant on top of that, and then it's dipped in chocolate. And it's one of my, other than Tim Tams, it's one of my favourite chocolate biscuits. That's what it was also, because I can't have mint anymore. I can't have mint. Oh, that's what it was. I can't have that, but these I can have, even though I don't like them. I can have those. It's a junky thing. Wow, it's a complete whiplash reaction as well. Double emotional whammy. Feeling neglected and rejected and broken, and and wanting to feel connected to him, because we love the mint. We all love mint, but Dora and I can't have it anymore. So probably jealousy too there. He can eat them. He was eating them in the room, so I didn't see what he was doing. Not hiding it, but just trying to be considerate, not eating it right in front of me, because I'm still struggling with it. Yes, I wanted the crisp, refreshing mint taste with the delicious chocolate. The strong flavour. That's why I wanted the Doritos. It was the strong flavour that I could actually have, and it was special because I don't normally eat it. Okay. Oh, past me, you need such a big hug. Oh, you mean from yesterday. Oh, you poor baby. Oh, anyway. learning all the time. Whereas if I used to beat myself up about it, I wouldn't learn anything. I would just repeat and repeat and repeat ad nauseum, day after day, the same behaviour. Whereas this is very rare, very far and few between. And I'm learning from it. Oh, okay. I'm going to go have some lunch, do my chores. It'll be time to go get daughter from school, and then on with the rest of the day. So, thanks for listening. This was a long one again. Well, it's always a long one. Oh well, that's me. Okay, bye.